Hello? Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Okay. Sounds good so far. Hello? Hello? Okay. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Oh, you can still hear that through my... Sounds good so far. Oh no, that's a horrible echo. I hope that doesn't stick. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Oh, you can still hear that through my... Sounds good so far. Oh no, that's a horrible echo. I hope that doesn't stick. Oh, you can still hear that through my... Sounds good so far. Oh no, that's a horrible echo. Let's just go ahead and mute that. I hope that echo does not persist. That'd be quite terrible. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be took out my Discord. Huh. I'll have to test that out. Okay. All right. All right. And muted. If you can hear me, maybe don't open with that. Thoughts? Hello. Unmuted.
What?
Hello.
Hey, Richard, I can hear you, my guy.
Yeah, I know. I muted you
Like,
because you were blasting music when you came in.
wow, pathetic.
I'm streaming now. I don't want to ear rape whoever's watching. Also,
Oh,
for
nobody?
nobody's watching, but
Nobody's
also
watching.
for VOD, use. I don't want to be blasting anybody who wants to rewatch it.
All right, I'll put it way over here.
Thank you.
I'll turn it. Wait, I'll turn it way down.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's a fact. Listen.
Yep.
I got an idea.
Okay. Well,
Got an idea.
your
So
ideas
you know
are.
how we have.
You know how we had this set
No, no.
plan that was pretty good, and I think we should keep.
This is a good one. This is a good plan.
Okay.
This is a good plan.
All right. All right.
This is,
I say you.
this is
I mean, wait
taking.
for everybody else to get here first. I'd say, and then we'll go through it. Right?
I'm
I
just
don't
gonna
want to.
float it to you first.
Okay.
I'm just gonna float it to you first.
Okay. You're just gonna float it to me first.
Here's what we should do about the flags, right?
Uh huh.
We should.
Okay.
It needs to be unified. It needs to be something everyone's happy with, but also where everyone feels like they can have their own freedom of expression, right? So I think the only way we're gonna be able to do that. Get this. So let's say we all have one flag, right, that unifies us, which of course would be the gold skull and the gold, with the gold rose in its teeth, right? Um, then each of us should have the freedom to have like our own symbol, right? Which would be like still the skull and the rose, but we can add other
I
stuff
think.
to it
I
as
think
our own,
that.
like, personal.
I think. I really do think that that kind of defeats the purpose of having a having a flag
No,
as
no, but
a
everyone would.
single sigil that should be able to be easily recognized to signal who it is and I'd be an identifying thing. I feel like that defeats the
Right.
entire
But
purpose.
listen, here's why you're wrong. Here's why you're
Oh,
wrong.
okay, okay.
Because everyone would say, "Oh, a skull and a rose. It's obviously those guys."
Yeah, which is what
Oh,
it should be, right?
this one also has like a freaking violin on it. Okay, it must be Hartley. You know what I'm saying? Or like, maybe we could just it could just be like on our clothing. You know, it doesn't have to be the flags. It could just be like our own personal symbols, but have the flag plus like other shit that's relevant to us. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Like we have our unifying flag, and then our own personal symbols have that flag, and then other things that are, relative to us. So that way, when they see our symbols, they'll know, what crew we're a part of. Us have our own shit. I'm not really asking. Edward's doing what I'm saying. Like, this is happening. Um, he's for sure getting his own cool cape with some shit on it. But I'm telling you, it's going to include our flag, which is going to be sick.
I'm by all means,
All right,
Edward can do whatever Edward wants to do. He
you
cannot
can you
force
can
other people to
use.
do things, but Edward is more than
I never
welcome.
said I was gonna force them to have their own flags.
But by all
I'm just saying
means.
like if they have something that's their own thing. Like I don't know how like many ships we're gonna get. I don't know if
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be that complicated. I don't think
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be. But just for the sake of argument, like if we all had our own ship,
Right.
not that we should do that. That sounds like a nightmare, like
Uh,
logistically.
yeah, no, that'd be feasibly impossible as we're only a level 2 party. Hmm?
No, I just mean down the road.
Okay. Oh, down the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this whole, I don't know if you are familiar with the world of Wildemount, but
Mm.
further down the road, I hope to be off the sea.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. This is. I know she prefaced this by saying it's like an ocean thing, but
Uh-huh.
there's like literally a whole like continent
That's
adjacent.
very fun. I'm glad to hear that. Let's say, for instance, maybe we all have our own house or like our own boat or like One of us has their own personal airship. They could have our flag, like Tessa could have like the skull and the rose, and then she could have some like an alchemical symbol underneath it. You know
But
what I'm saying?
she's not an
It'd be like her
I
own
mean, no,
thing.
she does do alchemy, but she's a sorceress.
I know, but she was real into alchemy last time, so
True. We'll figure out what that
just
means later.
whatever.
Hmm.
I'm telling you that
Let's
my
get
plans today involve getting a flag.
her. By all means. I'll forget we're
And
doing. We're probably not even gonna get
for
to
the
the
sake of the
boat
group,
today. Damn it.
for the sake of the group, I will get the flag we agreed upon, even though I want to get a way more. I'm gonna get the flag we agreed upon, okay? But I'm gonna get my own shit too. So just
By all means. By all means.
you know what? Now that I'm saying this out loud, I
It's
don't
not that great of an
necessarily
idea.
think I don't necessarily think this is something I needed to preface at all. I
No.
think I'm just gonna do
No,
that.
you
I
could
think
have
I'm just gonna do that.
you could simply do that. Yes, by all
I don't
means.
need to plan this at all.
I
Okay,
mean,
well this is why I wanted to
you're
pose
kind of just
you
stealing
first.
Hartley's thing though, because he's already got the cape with the sigil, or he will. His
It was
enchanted.
such a good idea. I'm doing the same thing, bro.
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly. I appreciate
What
that.
did you have on yours, by the way?
Gil, it was the same sigil as the parties, just. Oh, and our new
Okay.
member, Scald. Hello.
Yo!
And good old buddy Gil.
Scald. That's a good name, dude.
Oh, and just to reiterate, I am streaming, so that way we will have the VOD. If you do want somebody to watch, like a friend or something, you are more than welcome to have them tune in. Audio should be good.
Bro, send me
Um,
the link.
yeah,
What do I need to
just
send to them?
search up on Twitch, a save or just saving screen. No nothing, and then it should be probably the only one that pops up. I don't have the link
Even.
on hand on
Okay.
deck like that, but saving screen on Twitch. And you should be there. And all of our audio is already in. Tessa! I probably should have waited till everybody was here before I reiterated that. Huh.
Thanks, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to meet you guys too. How's everybody doing?
Doing great. Doing great. It's another Tuesday. It's the Tuesday. And that's the only Tuesday that matters to me.
Read. I don't know if you heard before, but that's a very cool name.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I came up with it a while back when I first made this character concept.
Oh, cool. So it's character related.
Yeah, a lot of his personality and stuff changed, but kind of like the skeletons remained.
You guys hear me?
Now we can. Now we can.
Okay, cool.
Tessa, also, I don't know. I really should have waited till everybody was there. Also, Gil, you're echoing. I am streaming, so if there's anybody you want to, somebody to watch while we're playing, all the audio is good. They'll only be seeing it from my perspective, but obviously I only ever see the board. So if you are interested in anybody else watching that, then by all means. And this is just purely for VOD. Like I don't care who actually watches, and I hope that it doesn't change how anybody plays, or even what they say. I just hope that I just want to make everybody be aware, just so we could have this for future reference, so we can look back on it and whatnot.
If we get even one viewer, I'm gonna turn into a complete spotlight hog. Just fact that's gonna happen. Absolute megalomaniac. It's gonna go directly to my head.
Fair, fair.
I'm just
What was it
loving
called
the
again?
guy that's doing weed whacking right outside my door, you bastard.
Nice.
You got a really good sound gate on there. I didn't even hear him till till you mentioned it. All right, all right, all right. Oh, and Scald, what are you playing again? I forgot, or I forgot. There's no, I forgot.
You're good. It's he is a lizard folk, a druid, middle-aged, druid of the stars, circle of the stars.
I'm not very familiar with shamans or druids rather. So I've got very minimal I guess play experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I've played a druid for about 2 months before, but I have dabbled in just about everything.
Ah, and here comes the other one, Mr. Ebon Bon. Pleasure to meet you.
Here. Hi.
And
Is
just
it,
to oh now
is it
now I'm
Ebon
hearing it,
Bon?
Tessa.
Is it Ebon Bon or is it
Oh, wow.
Ebon Bon?
His name is his Twitch name is Ebon, but his character name is Bon. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
Bon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Bon.
Bon.
Very
Mr.
nice.
Bon.
But yes, sorry
Ah.
for the delay. I was busy finishing up dinner as I just got back from work like 20 minutes ago since doing a bit of mandatory over.
You cut out
Hello,
there, but
guys.
understood. Hey,
Good
Maria.
evening.
Hello.
Yep.
Hey,
Good evening. Welcome. We have two new friends. Welcome, John and Evan, who are going to play, respectively, Bond and I'm sorry, no, I'm going to play Scald and Bond, not Bond, Bond, James Bond. So it's nice to see that everybody's here. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Uh, uh, would you guys mind to introduce yourselves a bit? Do a very quick introduction so everybody can get to know you. The new guys.
Well, I'm Tessa. I'm the girl. My real name's Lennon. I've been playing for about a year and a half, and this is like my third table, and I am a sorcerer.
Thank you, Lennon.
I guess nobody else was going to be jumping on the opportunity to go, so I'll be glad to talk about myself. My name's Christian. However, the character I'll be playing is Hartley. He is a red-skinned, blonde-haired tiefling. He's a bard, obviously, so I expect that, and all the gameplay that accompanies. And yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Glad to have you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
My name's Destiny. I've been playing D&D forever, and I'm playing a warlock, and he's just a nice guy, you know.
Helps orphans.
super nice.
So
He's
then,
great.
is it your destiny to play a team?
I suppose so.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Roll
Psych
for
damage.
Where did you
Uh,
get the name?
From my father. He's just kind of a weird guy.
Okay, I gotcha.
His father's name is
All
Fate.
right. The father of fate and the son of fate. That's destiny.
Christian.
My
Thank-
name is also Christian, but mine is spelled with a C. This is like my technically third game of D&D. But the other two were super short, so yeah. I'm playing a swashbuckling rogue, although he's not a swashbuckler yet. Just a rogue. And yeah. I apologize for his behavior
His
just
name.
immediately.
His name.
Ahead of
His name.
time. Thank you.
His name. His name. His
Yeah,
name.
I mean, he is known for taking hands.
It's feet. It's feet. It's feet. It's feet.
It's feet, I'm sorry. Taking feet.
Okay.
That there you. We'll talk about
That's
that. His name will be mentioned once at least, so don't
We
worry.
have to hear about
Yeah,
it.
you don't know why.
We'll bring him up.
He's kind of a menace to society,
Yeah.
actually.
Kidding. Yeah.
He was
Okay.
traumatized, it's understandable.
Who's next? Is there anyone left?
The two new people.
Yeah, just the
Yeah,
two.
I'll go next. My name's John. I'll be playing Scold. He is a druid. Circle of the Stars. I haven't done Circle of the Stars before, so I'm kind of excited to see how that role plays out. I've been playing D&D for about 4.5, 5 years. Started in a comic book shop with some friends. Actually didn't know them. I just met them there. We became close friends and started playing online during COVID. Uh, they wanted me to run Baldur's Gate. I was a player, but they thought that I had a lot of love for the game, and they were like, "Please be the DM." I said, "Okay, sure, I'll give it a shot." And that lasted 2.5 years.
Oh,
So
Jeez.
it was awesome though. Baldur's Gate was an awesome campaign. They were really fun to play with. The storyline was kind of they made it their own, and it turned out really really fun. Um, our schedules kind of got messed up after that. I have a really messed up schedule. I have 50-50 custody with two of my kids. So
Mm.
every other week I have them, and the other week I don't have them. So because of that, we kind of had to like separate. But that brought me to you guys. So hopefully, new group of friends and new fun game of D&D.
let's
Yes.
go.
Well,
Yeah.
Yep, let's hope for that. All right. Thank you all for introducing yourselves. I am Eben. More of a online moniker that I've used since my first ever D&D character, but been playing D&D for quite a long while. I haven't been playing it as much in the past like year or so since my new job, mainly because my hours have completely changed from being as a former vampire. I am no longer a vampire, so I walk among the daytime, and so I am playing. This be about my second game since I've played since this new job here in the last year or so. Used to do a weekly game with some friends during the weekends, but then that kind of died out because of scheduling and people got busy because life happened. But I'm excited to be here to be with all of you and looking forward to experiencing this campaign with some new folk.
thank you guys for your introductions. So I've done my quick introduction of myself at a session 0.5 that we had yesterday. That I had yesterday with our new players. And now I'm asking one of our crewmates, our older crewmates,
Oh, we
or
all know who
northern
it
one,
is. We all know who it is.
to make a recap of the entire game.
Of the
Try to make
entire
it as
game?
quick as
Oh,
possible.
yes, please.
Yeah.
All right, this is perfect for everything. All right. And so, the story starts in a tavern, as most do. In which case, 6 original strangers find themselves mingling about, and before any of them really have a chance to interact with each other, there is a red tiefling bard who is up on stage playing. He eventually notices how dead the place is and kind of wants to change that around, so he gets everybody to participate and dance in a song, and he uses his magical abilities to create fairy lights and makes it very pretty. And then some of the other party members decide to join in. There are a few good-spirited ones. Gilbert, a blue-skinned seaman with seaweed hair and a crown growing out of his head of coral. Then there is Edward Morrison, an old ragtag pirate-looking man, getting drunk beyond a reasonable doubt for sure at the bar. Then there's Tessa, and there was a Lucian as well. More wizardy types. One a sorceress and the other a wizard. Kind of mingling about, trying to avoid the crowd, but eventually being dragged in and dancing. Of course, by the bard. Um, and then there was also a larger stranger man named going by Ty, who eventually noticed a dwarven woman, one of the important town councilwomen, just sitting there kind of watching everything. And then as he goes to approach her and talks with her, a young boy bursts in to, claiming that 3 boys have been murdered and there's a town meeting. And so everybody kind of just stands up and leaves because it's a small town. Um, and so everybody rushes to the city hall, including the 6 strangers. And so there's a gathering of virtually everybody in the town, and including all of the council people, I guess, of the town. There's Ander Solmar, a younger man, Eder Oland, an older woman, Eleander Fireborn, a retired, basically, I guess, Zalezo, high-ranking Zalezo. Galen Primewater, a very rich merchant. Menagerie Copperlocks, which was the small dwarven woman who works in the mines. And then I believe that was it. That would be the council. They eventually go through breaking the news that 3 young boys had washed up dead, with a horrified look on their faces. The town freaks out. Nobody really knows what to do. Eventually, the meeting is dismissed as tensions are rising. Etta dismisses everybody. Etta Oland, which is more of the older, more experienced one, dismisses everybody. And so, however, the party are the last to leave. Hartley comforts one of the grieving mothers, and everybody else kind of tries to gather information best they can, but are slowly approached by a Scaran Wave Chaser, which is a butler to young Ander Solmar, and he inquires about the odd traveling group and slowly collects them one at a time from the city hall, escorts them back to Mr. Solmar's residence. Mr. Solmar then, I guess, requests us to do a little job in exploring the old haunted alchemist's hut up on the hill, an hour or 2 away from town. The party agrees after a little negotiation on gold. They find their way there, and then promptly are destroyed by a single snake. Actually, not a joke, Gil decides to investigate it well and is immediately knocked unconscious by the snake. Eventually, the party does defeat the snake, thankfully, and saves Gil from certain death.
Killed the fuck out of that snake.
Yeah, we did kill the snake. And then we ventured in slowly. The party is actually playing pretty smartly, making sure everybody's within sight, nobody's wandering off. They explore a little bit of the downstairs, but on the accord that they heard something on the upstairs from outside, they decide to go upstairs, except for Lucian, who is the wizard, who notices a small hatch leading down to the basement. And so he decides to, as everybody is ascending the stairs, leaving him alone, opens it and triggers a trap, which it's a magical trap that puts everyone into fear. Then 2 players are currently stuck with it, and then Hartley uses a spell to get rid of the feel for one of the characters. And then as we go through the upper layers, we come across Ned. Good old Ned, which is a gentleman they find locked, basically nude except for in his underwear, virtually nude, tied up and chained and gagged. They eventually let him out, and he explains that he was an adventurer working for Miss Menagerie Copperlocks to investigate and see what's going on, or to investigate Menagerie Copperlocks, actually. And so the party kind of just gives him a dagger and says, come with us, because if we send you away, you might go ahead and die. They wanted to take care of him, make sure he was safeguarded. And while they're searching upstairs and eventually come upon the attic, they find a bunch of bat-like creatures that Ned seemingly and suspiciously kind of dives headfirst into and really kind of riles things up for some reason. The party quickly dispatches this with a quick sleep spell, and they all fall more than 10 feet and break their necks. It was actually kind of impressive from our wizard, Lucian. Eventually, the party makes their way back downstairs. Ned has seemingly run off without anybody's notice. He comes back screaming, and apparently a ghostly voice bellows out and tells us to really screw off or face the consequences. we decide not to do that, and instead, Gil, our resident freak here, rips out his tooth and claims that he can see through it. It's to the disgust of most everybody in the party. Eventually, they make their way downstairs, and after a bit of a searching period, Hartley correctly finds the trigger to a hidden wall. In that hidden wall is a bunch of bandits, and so after a long fight where a couple of players get either really low or one gets knocked unconscious, we finally dispatch them while taking one prisoner. We gather ourselves, and then in an adjacent barred up room, Gil does the tooth thing again, really gross. Sees there are skeletons underneath, and so we try to dispatch the skeletons. And then if we do dispatch most of them except for one, we bust down the door, we let him out, probably dispatch him, and then a ghostly figure, the original occupant of the house, the alchemist who could turn things into gold, supposedly, walks out, and after another brief encounter, the party quickly dispatches him. There they find golden objects, an alchemist book, claiming to hold the key to turning things into secrets, a sorcerer's stone kind of thing, among some other things. And eventually, Hartley, using his actor feat, pretends to be the captured bandit, luring the others that apparently were also further down in an even deeper part of the house. They are lured up into an ambush. The ambush goes okay for the most part until Ned finally reveals that he is actually one of the bandits and was just simply tied up there, and he actually betrays the party, knocking one of the players down and ruining the ambush. And as he's going to attempt to escape, his feet are decapitated and removed from him, resulting in who the party's favorite mascot, No Feet Ned. We stabilize him, preventing him from dying. We then
Poor Ned.
Yeah, poor Ned. And then we eventually actually subdue the last three, which are two hobgoblins and a mage. The mage is promptly bound and gagged, just in case. The other two are unfortunately kept alive, them being hobgoblins. Hartley is not quite fond of goblinkin. And so we actually managed to take around 5 prisoners. We head further down, and there's actually since the house was on a cliffside, it's actually there leads to an open cavern underneath that has access to the waterway. There's a small smuggling ship. We see proof that there's been a smuggling operation, that Mr. Gellin Primewater is in fact funding most of the smuggling operations. And so we make our way back into town. At that point, the party splits up. Gil and Edward hide and take the mage, who seemed to know the most information, away to Anders for questioning, while the rest of the party, led by Hartley, takes the rest of them in and turns them into the Celezo, the local Celezo. They are stopped very shortly before the mother that Hartley comforted, one of the grieving mothers that Hartley comforted, interjects, vouching for the authenticity of our character. Eventually, the Celezo buckle in, let us in. And they take away the remaining 4 prisoners, including No Feet Ned. Also, we are then questioned by Mr. Eliander Fireborn, who is a retired Captain Celezo. And he tries to squeeze us for information, but we don't give him quite as much as he probably would have liked. He knows that we are withholding information, but it's nothing that he can hold us to, especially as now the town heroes. Eventually, the party is dismissed. We head to the tavern that we had first encountered each other, and then also Edward and Gil also drop off the mage to Mr. Anders to hold, and we will generally question at some point. But they also return to the tavern. Debauchery is had, night is fun. The following day is kind of like the shopping day. So we go about individually doing things that we want. And in the meantime, though, Etta Olin comes to us and asks us to interject the next incoming smuggler shipment and hopefully find information basically condemning Gelen Prime Water. However, she asked us not to turn it in to this local Selezo, and she wants to use it as blackmail to keep Gelen Prime Water on the straight and narrow. This mainly so that the town of Brokenbank can actually remain independent both from the Clovis Concord and from the what's the other one?
Revelry.
The Revelry.
Revelry,
The Revelry
yes.
being pirates, obviously, the pirate group, and then the Clovis Concord being the basically free markets. And so they want to remain independent. So had we turned in Galen Prime Water, the Clovis Concord more than likely would have stepped in. And by getting the dirt on Prime Water and keeping him honest, then the pirates also won't have much say in what happens in the Broken Bank. And so now we're waiting for 2 days. We have an ambush plan, which I'm sure we'll go over. And yeah, so now that's it.
Thank you.
You talk about the snake lady.
The what?
You
Oh,
talk
I
about
didn't.
the snake lady.
I didn't talk about the snake lady because that's. We can talk about that.
Mr.
Yes.
Snake Lady.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you for your contribution. I would say because it was a very thorough and detailed recap, have an inspiration and 10 gold. So 10 gold magically appears in your pocket.
Woo!
I'd say that you collect that as tips from your shows and tavern.
Kidding me?
So let's begin tonight's session with a trip back in time. It is the end of a sunny afternoon when two humanoid creatures, sit in a tavern. This tavern is not in the island of Brokenbank, but in the city of Port Damali. And they're in the city next to the Curious Mountains. Bon, you have just arrived in the city, hearing rumors of strange activity, of strange appearances in the beach, strange occurrences, attacks by creatures that are half man, half fish, people going missing. The beautiful beaches of Port Damali are no longer safe, for as the sea rises, so does the danger. And you've came from the Curious Mountains from your expedition to investigate, because you found an artifact, the Curious Mountains. And this artifact, seemingly a third part of a whole, contains interesting runes with inscriptions detailing a ritual of some sort. A ritual to unleash something. Knowing the language to be Aquan, you believe this artifact might be tied to the attacks that have been happening in Port Damali. So you traveled from the mountains into the city that lies in the banks of the Tyodan River. And there in this small tavern, it's a little shanty tavern close to the docks, you try to find information. And however, you are not the only one. No, there is another with the same mission as you do. This other creature, who's not a human, by the way. He uh, he catches the eyes of many curious onlookers as he passes by, coming from a very distant island of Furukaiksu. You, Skull, you have reached Port Damali after years of sailing, after your visions became too much, and hearing about the rumors of the attacks happening in the town of Port Damali. You believe you might find answers there. And as uh, as the ship that you work in, the ship that you uh, the, the ship that you are part of the crew, uh, stops by its port, you take the chance to visit the docks, and it is there that you would enter the tavern. This tavern, uh, not a very beautiful or elegant place. This tavern, smelling of salt and of sand. And you enter it, and hearing around, you could you don't get much information. However, you do notice someone that seems to be asking the same questions that you are. Bon, could you please introduce your character and give us a small description of your character?
Yeah, certainly. Let's see. And so, this 4-4 heavyset dwarf seems a bit quite looks kind of young-ish, but on he dresses in a very well-mannered yet dressed well-mannered uh with a bit of traveler yet expert kind of clothing, though he does carry a little sigil just on his little brown lapel, as well as has a dark cobalt tie uh, uh, around his collar. He also has a bit of a some bit of disfigured scarring on his left side of his face. Doesn't look like it. Looks like very old wound that did not heal well at all. But it seems to at least be the most notable thing about his face, along with his well-grown beard, as well as a uh, brown uh, brimmed hat on his head. It seems to uh, be a bit outgoing with one of the tables with some sailors.
Perfect. So, you would see Skull as this scarred dwarf talks with the sailors. And could you please describe yourself, Skull?
All right. So Scald is a huge figure, about 6'2". His silhouette is very distinct, having a very large fin atop his head and a little bit of a haunch to his back. Scald has a blue robe on, somewhat flowy, but cuts off a little bit right below the knees. tattered and worn, it seems like, but he seems comfortable and not caring too much about it. He also has a few tools along his belt, seem like workers' tools, and then on the other side, you see a set of small, what seems to be chips that he's carved, and they have little holes poked throughout each one in different designs. Um, he stands out like a sore thumb in this place, but even though he does, he seems to be kind of comfortable amongst people that aren't his race. He has dark green scales, but it's very aquan, I would say. He doesn't quite look too much like a crocodile or maybe what you might have seen with other lizard folk. Also, he'd seem a lot more intelligent if you have seen any other ones.
Yeah, thank you. So you would see this dwarf talking to some sailors about matters that are of your interest. You realize that he is asking the same questions as you do. So what would you do?
I would approach him directly, beeline straight for him, almost cut him off if he's looking to walk somewhere. Excuse me, dwarf. What is your name?
I. Well, hello. I am Bon Don Stout of the infamous clan of Don Stout. Skilled stranger. What all can I help you with? You seem to be very interested in me. Did see that you were looking at me quite a bit, and then just beeline for me.
I would lower my face closer to yours and kind of inspect it. Maybe a little bit intimidating, but I'm not necessarily trying to be.
Mhm.
For some reason, I believe fate has caused me and you to search for the same things. Why are you asking these questions? What is the reason for your quest?
Quest. I never said anything about Quest, but who exactly are you for wanting to know?
Well, surely you're searching for something. But
Yes.
my name is Scald, and I have a few things that I am searching for. But for right now, I'm curious of what is going on in this city, and why is there such strange things about? At least the rumors say.
Hmm. So, I take it then you've also heard about what's all's going on in the beaches here in this wonderful town, this wonderful city. Yeah, how about let's go find us table real fast, see about what all you and I have heard exactly. Compare right now.
Splendid! You see my teeth open up in a very scary looking smile as my large hand slaps onto your shoulder, fingertips almost going down to your mid belly. Yes, let's go sit.
Right.
And as you did slap me on the shoulder, you felt some very tough, hard-packed muscle. He seems to be, from what you felt, very well built.
You said you're from the mountains. You feel like one.
Oh, you heard about that? Well, I did just get back from an expedition just up northeast from here. Yes, I'm have to be able to defend myself. Yeah, these the wilds, these forests aren't particularly all that safe to just travel in, but I make do.
Well,
So
shall we
looking
work
around,
together?
sorry.
Hmm. Certainly.
I
Looking
can.
around, you would
Yeah, go ahead.
see,
Go
you
ahead.
would find, I'm sorry, going looking around, you would see an empty table. And please roll me, each of you, please roll me perceptions. Okay, 15 and 19. With those results, so you look around for your table and you do manage to find one. It is one that it is in the back of the establishment. You walk towards it, and the barkeep seems to walk with you. And however, as you make your way to sit down and talk about your common goal, you do notice that someone seems to be watching you. One person in the back of the tavern seems to be paying attention to your conversation. It looks like a human man of around 20 to 25-ish years old. Has blonde locks and these wavy blonde locks and blue eyes.
I'll lean closer to you, Bon. Do you notice the figure over there watching us?
Yeah, seem to have seem to be been looking at us since you came up to me, and eyes just are trailing us right now as we try to walk.
What do your
Don't.
instincts say?
Well, I'm guessing that all my instincts tell me that more than likely he is either he's more particularly looking at you since you seem to stick out the most here, or he is very much following along and eavesdropping on us and is particularly interested in what we're talking about.
I
We're
think
not
I know how
exactly
to
being
handle this
quiet.
then. I'll turn directly towards the figure. Excuse me, it's rude to stare. Would you rather join us?
You see as the man jumps from his seat, and finally realizing that you've noticed that he was staring, he would. I was I was not staring. I was merely trying to see what you were all about. You're weird folk. That's all.
I'm sure you get plenty of weird folk around here. Why don't you come and hang out with us?
I really shouldn't. Over here by myself, but I did um overhear your conversation. Uh, so maybe a couple of minutes wouldn't hurt much. Now would you come with me? And he would rise from his chair, and he would accompany you. As he rises, he pulls his hood up to hide his face.
So what's your name, stranger?
It's Peter.
Does he seem like he's scared or
Peter,
perhaps
huh?
lying?
Roll an insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about this as well. See if he's at least being somewhat truthful with his name, or see what his general demeanor is right now.
Okay. You can roll inside as well. Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
so you're not sure. You think that maybe he's nervous. Maybe he's a nervous type of guy. He's just twitching and all. But Bon, you do realize that he is lying his name. Perhaps not out of malice, but out of fear to reveal who he is.
All right, I will go ahead and just simply nod and well, happy to meet you then. My name is Bond Donstout of the infamous clan Donstout. This is Scald. So yeah, let's get to this table. Let's see what's all that's what exactly you were exactly interested in, or just staring at what we're talking about.
I couldn't help but overhear, as I've said, it was not eavesdropping or anything quite like that, but I did hear some stuff. But it's just because this matter is interesting to me. We do have been having a couple of attacks on the beach, especially very close to the ocean, very close to the sea. Some tourists have been missing, have gone missing, and a couple of sailors as well. The sailors speak of creatures that look rather fish-like, and I believe that's why you came here.
Partly that is correct, and then partly that is somewhat true. Did also caught wind of these rumors on my travels down here since Tamale was the closest chapter. Well, was the closest city, but yeah, been much interested in hearing more about what all is happening here on the beach. Usually it's all booming with tourists, and when I did came in, seemed very much empty. So I assumed that for now the beach is either cordoned off or the rumors of fish-like people attacking and whatnot must be true.
Uh, well, we're still investigating, but I mean, they're
And
still
who
investigating.
exactly is we?
Exactly.
I said they, not we.
They? All right.
Yeah, they.
And who's they?
This, by the way, just to know, this is not the DM speaking. This is the guy.
Okay, right. I get it.
He did not say they. He did say we. The guard, the city guard. They're investigating. You see, those strange happenings seem to be intertwined with a lot of people coming to the city talking about fish like people and weird stuff. Uh, and now I see that you were lizard folk are here, and there was not exactly not your exact species, but something closer to your species because I believe it's still a reptile or at least a humanoid reptile. Anyways, so
It's
I
quite
believe.
all right. You all look like fleshies to me. I understand.
Oh yeah, it was not exactly a lizard. She did definitely not look like a lizard. She looked like, wow, very beautiful. But anyways, there was this lady uh, probing around. Not sure if you know her. Uh, her name appeared to be, not sure if it's her real name, but it was Idris. She's this gorgeous snake lady. I'm sorry, you want tea. Who we caught. Uh, who we caught inside the building of the guard, looking through all of our documents. We had her arrested. And we were told that it was not the first time that she has been arrested. In fact, she has been arrested quite a lot. but she spoke of some weird things, and she seemed to be very interested about that. Sadly, this woman has escaped yet again from jail because a guy who I totally do not know left her free for a couple of seconds so she could go to the bathroom. Because of course he did not want to even be improper in any ways. So because she was a very beautiful lady, you know. But so she escaped, and since it appears that you're looking, you, you're looking for the same thing as she was, that maybe your paths would cross with hers, and a certain guard would need her to be incarcerated again. So this certain guard can go back to being a guard. Do you get what I'm going at?
Yes, it's quite all right.
Yes, it is. All right.
So for now, you'll
Have
join us and take us to her, right? And we'll search for get together,
Ah,
since you know the city very well.
so that's the thing. I don't think she's in the city yet. I think she's left. I saw last time I saw her, last time I've heard of her, she was going to a boat, and I believe she's going to Brokenbank. We heard that she had some stuff there that she had to attend to. Search for some guy named Anders.
Anders. All right. Uh, do you know this Anders or?
I have no idea who he is. I really don't.
All right.
I'll look him really directly into the eyes, facing at him to make my profile as large as possible, and ask him as I slowly get closer to him, "You're not leaving out any other information, are you?"
I'm really not. I swear. I swear by all gods.
I'll take out 2 coins and give it to him. Well, thank you for the information.
Once you find her, can you send like a raven or something? Send like a letter. I need to find her if I want to get my
All
job
right.
back.
Well,
I can't
I
leave
will
the city
need.
now, but
Well, I will need a name and an address to send this raven or courier.
or even better, you could bring her to me. And maybe
We could do
like
that.
bounty hunters.
As
There's a
long as
bounty
she
on
comes
her
of her
head.
free will, we'll do it then.
I don't think she's coming on her free will.
Well, I'm not really much into the bounty hunter business, but if she has some link between these, the recent rumors, then uh, then really all that matters is that we go and try and find her, see if she has something truly linked to these fishmen or these rumors.
She must have. She's not your usual lady. She's pretty evil from what I hear. In fact, I believe she's a priestess to an evil god.
Well, doesn't surprise me with her being Yanti, they do have that kind of
Well-deserved reputation of being
reputation.
evil.
Well, not really evil, but resorting to dark arts and worshipping dark entities.
Yeah, I think she worships one of the betrayer gods. You know, the snake one. So be careful. And I'm sorry if you can go out and act like bounty hunters, but please let me know. So I'll scribble my my friends' information, and he would take a small piece of paper from his pocket, and he would ask the barkeep for a pen, and as he does that, he would write down the name Brennan, which I'll write here for you. And he would write down his address. Scotsman Brennan. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Just
Brennan
taking down notes.
Okay. So Brennan would tell you some more information about the attacks. He would tell you that the attacks happened 2 days ago was the last attack, and prior to that, there was one attack a week ago, and although that has not been any incidents so far, the waves, the sea seems to have calmed down, and whatever was causing those creatures to attack probably stopped. They're not sure why, but they believe it might just be random raids. They know that and he would tell you that very close to Puerto Mali in this city, in the town of Palma Flora, there are quite a lot of raids of fish-like people. They even have a shark hunting festival. Other
Yeah,
than that, he would tell you that. Go on.
yeah, I've been to. Yeah, I've heard about Palm Flora. It seems to be quite the event during their annual shark hunting contest.
Oh yeah. You should definitely check it out. What you have acquired our prisoner. But yeah, you should definitely check it out. It's very cool actually. I've been there. You know, it's very fun. I
Oh,
mean, it's a
really?
bit gory, you know, hunting sharks and all, but it's fun. Festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go there during one of my breaks, but I'll remember that. Thank you.
You're welcome. By the way, if you want to reach her in time, there's a ship leaving right now. I believe it is
Oh,
tonight to Brokenbank.
right.
Let's go, Bon. We shouldn't miss it. It might
Right.
take a lot of time out of our schedule otherwise.
Yeah, it might. Yeah. Though there is just one quick matter on this. Once we do bring her back, payment. What is it?
Yeah, so I could give you I have some economies, you know, I have some savings that I could give you. I have about 50 gold.
All right. 50 gold and one favor.
Sure.
All right. Sounds good enough.
Perfect. Deal then. And he would shake your hand.
Yep. I'll shake his hand as well.
I'll extend my long, claw-like hand out.
He would be reluctant to shake your hand, but either way, he would do so. And thank you. Thanks a lot. You're really helping out. You're really helping me. I mean, you're really helping Brennan out. Thank you. And with that,
course.
he would tug his hood up and leave.
Stay safe, Pete.
Yeah, thank you too, friend.
Uh-huh.
And Pete would. So Pete would. Pete, who's starting off, Pete, who is Brennan, would leave the tavern, and not soon after, not late after, you would follow as you embark on to this ship towards Brokenbank. And a couple of days later, you would reach this island. And as you reach, Brokenbank is not a very large island, nor is it a very large town. As you approach it, however, you get a sense that, a foreboding sense that something is about to happen. Although the day seems quiet as your boat reaches the docks, and as both of you put your feet on onto the wood of the small docks of Brokenbank, you think for a second and think, where would we get information? And the first thing that comes to your mind is a tavern, of course. So it is again late in the evening when you come upon the tavern of the Wicker Goat Tavern. The door hinges creak loudly as you enter, and the salty odor of sea and sweat invades your nostrils. The tavern hall is well lit and lively, with the many voices of sailors and fishermen as they drink and tell tall tales. Some notice your arrival and begin to gossip. And as soon as you enter, the barkeep would approach and looking at you kind of with a puzzling look, he would say, we are having quite the visitors later. May I help you, friends?
Perhaps something to drink? An ale for me.
Perfect. What about you, my friend?
How about Milan and something something that hits hard.
Okay, we do have one thing. Have you ever heard
Oh,
of cachaça?
oh no.
No, I don't believe I have.
Oh, you're going to love it. And he would go inside. Oh, let me ask you something. He would ask you before he goes. Are you friends with Hurtley and Gil and Tessa and the old man?
Who?
You know, the weird folk that walk around helping
Uh,
anyone and solving mysteries and stuff like that. Because you seem to be, I'm not judging or anything, but you do seem like the type that would, uh, be part of adventure group or whatever with them?
No. We just arrived here. Just not even 10 minutes ago.
Okay. Good to have you then. The city is booming with work. You came here for the mine? He would ask, Bond.
No. Instead, we are actually here on other business. Looking for someone that may have passed through here. A
Can
a young woman of young T descent. From what I recall.
Oh, she definitely did pass by. In fact, it was kind of a situation where she stole a ring, or was it a necklace? I'm not sure. From an old man. I believe Hartley was involved. He can tell you more about it. And Lady Tessa as well. I believe she was involved. It was her ring that she stole. You know, you should ask her. She probably know where this criminal is.
Where are they located? Are they nearby?
Oh yeah, they're upstairs. I can have someone go get them and you know, you like that?
I could just yell really loud if you'd like.
It would disturb the other customers. Please don't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, just someone up there, and then get our orders taken care of. It's been a very long ride.
Yeah. So
Eh,
I'll go get you drinks. And in the meanwhile, we would rewind to the room that you are currently in.
All right, we finally
And the rest
settled.
of you, go on.
All right, we finally settled on the plan. That's what we're gonna do. Swimming to the water, up to the boat, and that's gonna be the end of it. And then we'll take care of business up top. We are going to be taking prisoners, Edward. And Hartley points at him. That is non-negotiable. We are not just downright, murderers. Not everybody, and like Gil said, not everybody who smuggles is, actual scum.
As many people do to get out of piracy, it's sort of like a step down.
Well, I agree not to kill them all, lads.
All right then. Well, all right. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna have a drink for it's getting starting to get a little late. We're probably gonna have a drink right now. Then maybe we'll. Oh, also don't forget about stopping by the lady who makes the stuff. She actually is making me a pretty sick cake. Not gonna lie. And then Hartley opens the door, and walks out onto the balcony. And he's like, "All right, give me one of them drinks, barkeep. Hello, look at that." And he'll point. He'll literally just straight up point at the giant lizard man.
Is the Book of Signals written in common? Because I'm just reading that while Hartley's talking.
I'm sorry.
Is the Book of Naval Symbols and Signals
Uh,
or?
it is.
Okay, I'm reading that.
Man,
Okay.
what are you?
Do I notice him pointing at me?
I've never seen anybody like you before.
Right here.
Ah, you've never seen a lizard folk before?
Nah, not really. I ain't quite familiar with them.
I'm
My name
so
is
sorry
Scald.
about
What's
him.
yours?
He hasn't been out of the Dwendalian Empire much.
No, I haven't. But my name's Hartley. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Hartley.
Oh, and
And how about your friends?
Well, my name is Gil. Pleasure to meet you.
this bookworm is Tessa, and I'll grab her by the shoulder and I'll pull her over to the edge of the railing. Come on, say hi, Tessa.
Hey there, nice to meet you. Anyway, back to the book.
Hello.
Back reading. You can go back reading. Edward, there's some folk out here. Come say hi. Crusty old man.
Right, all right.
I walk over. Good to meet you two. You'll have to forgive me. I've had quite enough of people with scales for the time being. Well, I'll have to talk to you more later. And then I go over and I start just reading over Tessa's shoulder.
You'll see me bend
It's
down
trying
to
to
one
make
knee, and I'll put my hand across my chest. Thank you, Elder.
I've changed my mind. I like this one quite a bit.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
all right, old man. Don't pay too much attention. He don't deserve that. He really don't deserve that. Let me tell you. Just if you heard the conversation just about 30 seconds ago, trust me, there is no realm in which case he deserves that much respect. Anywho, what are I never what are you? What are you? I had no idea what you are.
Hardly
Pat
pleased. That's
pat him
so
on the
rude.
back.
Is it? I don't. I mean,
It is.
I'm curious, and Hartley will start to walk towards the stairs and walk down to actually get a better look. And as he's coming down, I
Okay.
guess you'll see a better look. He's roughly standing at roughly 5. Oh, I forgot his height. 5'8". I think he's about 5'8", 5'8", 5'10", roughly around that height for now. You'll see a rather kind of a candy red apple colored tiefling. Golden flowing hair that goes back, horns that start on the side of his head and kind of curve backwards and point back out. He's got golden eyes, pupilless, kind of glistening a little bit. He's got a very average yet lean build, and on his back he has a violin strapped to it, and he's kind of just slowly he's like kind of like giddily walking up and just like looking over the giant lizard man who stands before him.
I am
Okay.
a lizard folk, and what are you, sir? I've never met somebody like you.
You've never met somebody like me? My goodness, man, this is
Count yourself
Yeah,
lucky.
I'm
I-
surrounded by most pedestrian people. You guys have got to get out more.
get out more. What do you
We've
mean?
I've
got to
seen a
prepare
few,
for
but I've never
tomorrow.
had a chance to really ask the question.
Oh, so I'm not the first one you've seen. That's a little disheartening. I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of excited for that. I'm a tiefling, I guess, if that makes more sense. Still like a regular person, but a little, horny, not horny. That was misspoken. I have horns and a tail, and you'll see his 5-foot long tail kind of just swaying. Yeah. Anywho,
So you have the cardinal desires.
He does. He has.
no, I
He
don't.
tries to repress them.
I have not. No, that's not true.
They're only for one lady he has them.
Yes, that is true. That is true. That part is true. Gil's an honest man here. But pleasure.
It's my pleasure to meet all of you. So I've heard that the majority of you here have had to deal with a yuan tea. Am I correct?
A what?
Yes, lovely young lady. I heard that
Snake.
The
your
snake woman. Thank you,
people-
Tessa. Thank you.
Oh,
Interesting.
Idris. Yes, wonderful, misunderstood lady. But
Very quick
we
repeat.
did hear that your people and her people were sort of having a bit of an ongoing war.
Oh, that's what he is. Oh.
Yes, she told you that story about how her snake people were fighting the lizard people.
Oh,
over
so
I
on
also
he's-
remember
he's
fish
the-
people being
he's-
involved.
Yeah, I remember that. So
The
he's
fish
what
people
the
were a
lizard
third
people look
party.
like.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yes. Over on Urukazel.
Ah, yes, that's where I'm from.
Yes.
Oh,
just where she's from.
Small
as well.
world, ain't it?
Well, apparently, some Sahugan are getting involved, and some smugglers here in Brokenbank are supplying them weapons. So we've been sort of tasked with stopping these smugglers.
You aren't here hoping to buy some weapons from smugglers, are you? Because that would be horribly awkward.
Why is he laughing like that?
Why are you
Because you
laughing
all
like
are.
that?
Because this is just hilarious.
What's so funny
Sorta.
about it?
My hand was slightly closer to my cutlass. Slightly, just very slightly.
I don't know. It's just I didn't think am I being weird, Gil?
No more
Most of
than
the time,
usual.
yeah.
No.
Agreed. Yes.
Come on
The
now.
normal amount.
I feel like I'm like the most normal one out of this group.
Not really. It's just
Did
you
it-
have this real small
Your
town
hair is
vibe,
seaweed.
and
Your hair is seaweed, and
Yep.
you pull your teeth out. I would like nothing.
yeah,
You
like
can.
normal.
I'm interesting.
That's
yeah,
Tessa.
that's
That
the
that you're
problem. You've got this-
interested. What?
You've got this small town vibe, and it's very provincial.
And Harley will just
sometimes
start to go
it's one of the
silent and just
better
have a
things.
straight face and
Sometimes
just stare off into nothing. Just.
Oh, since you
you
asked,
need to get you out more.
we did run across a snake woman. She was actually spying on us, so we confronted her. It was a whole thing. I believe she left though.
She did. We also let her
I mean,
leave.
she's around town, I think. Still, she might have wanted to talk to us more about the smugglers and such.
Yeah.
We also probably shouldn't be saying
Well-
that out loud. And I'll look around the bar and see if anybody's listening into our conversation.
Nobody seems to be paying
know-
attention to your conversation.
Okay, yeah, just maybe we don't
I
mention
know-
Ixnay
so-
the.
This seems like a good time for for the rest of you to describe your characters. Could we start by Gil?
Yes, Gil is a blue man with sort of forked, pointy ears, and he has dark green hair that's kind of wet all the time and clumps up, kind of looks like seaweed. And he has a crown of red coral that is growing out of his head. He's pretty well
Okay.
dressed. He's got a sweet green, new green coat.
And Hartley's wearing a red silk shirt that matches his skin and just regular like khaki trousers.
Thank you. Ed, could you describe yourself, please?
Edward is a smallish old man. I think he's 73. I don't really remember, but he's sun blasted. His skin is tan. Hair's gray. His eyebrows have been bleached by a life in the Navy. His eyes are light blue like the sky. I know that's very cheesy to say out loud, but that's how it is. He's wearing a kind of eat to shit naval uniform, which is clean, but it is really fucked up. Yeah. Got a cutlass. Probably all you can see on the outside of his clothes as far as weaponry goes. If you know, if you're familiar with VK, his naval uniform has the VK like crest on it. Yeah.
Thank you. Tessa, could you please describe yourself?
I'm a sort of probably around 5'6", medium build, young woman in her 20s. She's actually half elf, so slightly pointed ears. She has long dark hair, and she seems a bit out of place in Brokenbank just because she's definitely a student and not very rough or outdoorsy. But she's probably wearing, pretty simple, makes sense to wear in this situation clothes, like a navy blue long sleeve shirt and, some traveling pants. And she's very into research and reading and history, and she was a former student at Solstice. So she is usually has her nose in a book, or last week she was making out with a random bar patron, but I think he's gone now, so yeah.
Perfect. So yes, as everybody kind of sits at a, I'm not sure if are you going to sit at a table?
Well, also just since everyone else gave their height, Gil is 2 inches taller than Hartley. Actually, we did buy out one whole half of the floor of the hotel so that we could have privacy. If you guys want to just take some drinks up there, we can talk privately.
A little forward coming. I didn't know you swing that way, Gil.
No, I swing whichever way is fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? I was joking.
I'm an open-minded individual.
Fair enough. Respect that.
Well,
But
if-
we've really got tentacles. Come on.
So no, but yeah, if you guys want to talk and don't want to be overheard, we've got basically private room. You know.
Can we stop having a meeting in
VIP.
my room, please?
We'll do the middle room.
That's my
On the-
room. All right, that's fine. No, it's okay. No, I get it. It's fine. I just, that's fine. It's fine. Never mind. Forget it.
Okay, let's go.
So the owner of the tavern would come by, and he would give you wine, a shot glass filled with a colorless liquid, and
awesome.
Oh, you're having that?
He would-
Oh.
Oh, do it.
he
It's
would
good.
deliver it to you.
Good, do it.
And to you, Skull, he would give you a tankard of ale.
Thank
just,
you.
Just smelling it from here is not.
Come on, you had fun.
Is my friend Bond about to make a grave mistake?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
good
he's
stuff.
he's dwarven. I heard them dwarvish folk handle it pretty well.
Oh, right. I never
okay, that's
actually
fine.
introduced myself. So I will go and take the shot glass, raise it up to the others. And I am Bon Donstouts of the infamous clan Donstouts in Nicodronis. And greetings to all of you. And I will go and take the shot.
Greetings.
Okay. So as you take your shot, you feel as the liquid burns your throat. And as it does, you initially do not feel any taste. However, as it is about to go down to your stomach, you begin to feel this banana-like taste, and it tastes delicious, but it is one hell of a drink as it burns all your insides. Please roll a constitution saving throw. It's an easy one to start. Get it with a 10.
It's tasty, right?
See, it's not technically poison.
It's,
Hartley
Ah.
just can't really hold his liquor.
No,
He's used to that sort of weak Dwindalian ale, you know.
weak Dwindalian. Well, actually, I heard
How
that
much you get it?
he got a 16.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So with a 16, you don't feel any adverse effects. Although it is a very, you quite like the drink. You think it's up to your taste.
Yeah, I don't know what all the worry was about. It's just pretty smooth. Burns a bit,
good
but
Have another one.
it's
then.
pretty smooth.
Have another one then.
It's a local,
Okay.
local delicacy.
Oh, he's gonna do another one,
All right.
brothers.
I will have a second shot then.
Okay. So the barkeep would eye you with, wow. Okay. I'm feeling lucky tonight. I see. Okay. So, and as he goes back to the kitchen, he brings another he brings another glass. This time a with nearly black liquid. You can't even see through it. And inside the shot glass is a cinnamon leaf.
Hartley kind of nudges Gil and kind of like looks over there with his eyebrows.
This is the one that got me, but is tasty.
So this is a very special one. Her name is Gabriella, and she's very feisty.
Well, let's just see how spicy she is then, and I'll go in and quickly down it.
Okay. As you down your shot of drink, you feel it burning even more, and now you feel this taste of cinnamon, and there's this very strong taste of cinnamon, honey, and let me remember the name. I forgot. And clove. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Now it's going to be a little bit harder. What you got?
Of our drinker.
I got a 25.
Oh, okay. It is nothing to you. You're just fine. Honestly, it is a nice delicacy, but it's not getting you, it's not getting you drunk.
All right, I stand corrected. My apologies. I heard
Do
you.
I detect some cloves in this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's in the right direction, but could use a bit more something else. Something that ties it all together.
I'll think about it.
Yes. All right. So let's get on upstairs then.
Yes. Actually, I'll grab a pitcher of wine before we head up.
Okay.
Ooh, I'll have some of that.
He would give it to you,
Sweet.
and along with a couple of glasses.
It's on his tab though. Just saying.
Actually, did you want to go into the far room then, Hartley, instead of
No, it's
your room?
fine. We can go to my room. It's all right.
Yeah. Bond, go ahead and open the door to the far room.
All right. So I will go ahead and upstairs, right? Or
Yeah. I'll come. We'll all head upstairs. Let's go.
all right.
Okay.
So you open the door to the far room, and there's a baboon in there just staring at you.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Okay. The strangest thing I've seen when walking into a room.
Are we having the meeting in the baboon room or your room, Hartley?
Like we have my room. I don't want to be near that thing. That thing is creepy. Let me tell you.
I really can't tell which is which if I'm being honest.
What does that even mean? Mr. Skull, take a look at that thing. That thing is freaky. I've never seen that in my life, except for an hour ago, roughly.
Actually, that's a mirror.
To be honest, yeah, he does look like you a bit.
Yeah.
What? All right. All
Just
right.
in the facial features.
You know, we just met. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. And Hartley will just walk into his room with his hands raised above his head. I'll just let it go. It ain't. No. I'm just gonna.
Clap Scald on the back. I clap Scald on the back and I say, "You know what, lad? I was a little hasty before. I'm starting to realize that lizard folk and snake folk are just completely different in every way. Couldn't be farther."
That's pretty true, actually. Yes.
I'll have you know that he tackled a half-naked woman without mentioning a word. Just saying. Not a man of character, that one.
Listen, she was spying on us. She put a rat in our room. It was disgusting. I thought she was an assassin. She probably is an assassin. Listen, you understand. You don't like snake people either, right?
She's misunderstood.
I would say
She's
that's fair
actually-
enough.
she's not that bad.
He's
Gil's just gonna slowly close the door and be like, "All right, buddy, just have fun in there."
No, just you didn't.
I'll
You
toss
didn't
in some
actually answer
food
my
before the door
question.
closes.
He's fine. He's just minding his business in there.
Was that from the bag of tricks?
Yeah, it was last session. He pulled it out.
It
Oh,
was.
wonderful.
All right. So, your people are apparently at war with some other folk. Mr. Scald.
Unfortunately, yes. I've only seen this in the visions that I've been given in the middle of the night while I sleep. Unfortunately. But I know them to be true. I've been getting visions for a very long time. They never steer me in the wrong direction. Only recently have I started to get the visions of the war going on there.
Get the visions. All right. So we got a giant lizard man who gets visions at night. We have a sea man who can pull his teeth out and see through them. We got an old geriatric man who can move pretty quick. I'll give him that. We got this new dwarvish folk over here who can hold his drink for no matter what, I guess. And then I guess we got me and Tessa then, I guess.
I'm sorry, Hartley,
I
do you think you're like a normal person?
Yeah, I am a normal person compared to you all.
Sure. Telling
You're
me.
all
Well-
normal in your own way.
Okay, yeah.
I am an accomplished archaeologist and am of the Cobalt Soul, so there's also that.
I know
I
the
forgot
Cobalt
to,
Soul.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
See, would
Have
you
ever
know what
been
the
in one of
Cobalt?
their libraries?
You ever
Sorry,
see? Oh no, go ahead, Tessa.
I just got excited about books. Have you ever been in one of their libraries?
Yes. I primarily work a part of the library chapter in Nicodranus.
If we end up in Nicodranus, would you mind going? And I could come too. I've been dying to see one of those libraries.
Hey Tessa,
Yeah, absolutely.
Hartley will reach up and
Fantastic.
kind of like wipe away the slobber on Tessa's lip. You got it. You're drooling a little bit
So
there, girl.
exciting!
Yeah, I can tell. All right, so I mean, we don't know really much about her. She was here because okay, I guess I'll have to give you the breakdown then. And so Hartley will go in to explain how what actually what the smugglers are doing are actually selling weapons to Skull's people to fight the Yuvan-Ti. And so we hope to disrupt some of the smuggling operations that are coming in. And so we have set up an ambush for the boat that'll arrive in 2 days because we'll have one extra downtime day, and then it'll arrive, I guess, the night of that downtime day. So actually, we have 1 day. And then also, I explained how we're going to be letting them deploy their ground team, and as they're sailing away, we'll go in by water up to the boat because we have a couple of guys who could swim, and we have some mariner's armor that can help us get up to the boat. We'll board the boat, take care of everybody there because we're not very frontline heavy right now. But with our 2 new additions, we might be able to do that. And so we'll clean up and take prisoners there, and then we'll go ahead and let the other guys come back and blow them to hell with the cannons on the boat. And so that's basically the breakdown of the plan, and that's where we're at.
I think.
Thank you for your plan. Meanwhile, I'd just like to add that it appears as if you might not have all the downtime that you expected and that I told you you would have, because it is at this moment that you overhear a commotion downstairs. And we will take a short 10-minute break, and we will be right back in 10 minutes.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Ooh.
I think the
Stuff
plan
is
is
happening.
someone has to stay on land and signal them, so that way they
BRB, guys.
know the coast is clear and can come and land and split off from the main group so they don't flee. We have a book of signaling we got from their hideout, which
Well, we're about to see what's about to go down right now. That plan
We've got
might even be
the-
obsolete.
Sure,
Who
I'm
got
just
the,
saying that's
Who got the manta ray cloak?
that would be I.
Okay, so yeah, you can probably signal them and still make it to the boat
That is the plan. I can
because
definitely make it.
you have like 60-foot speed in the water, right? With the manta ray cloak.
Plus, dash cunning
Yeah,
action.
you can bonus action dash. Yeah, you're gonna fly through the damn. You're gonna be like a jet ski going through the water.
At threatening speeds.
What does
That's
the
gonna be
Menagerie
crazy.
cloak do?
Uh,
Uh,
while the hood is up, I can breathe underwater. And my swimming speed is 60 feet.
Your
Pulling
swimming
the hood up or down requires an action.
Okay.
Your
Swimming
speed
speed is 60 feet.
60
And
feet?
60
I
feet,
have
and
I have
he can
30
bonus
feet.
action
Oh
dodge.
my god, 60 feet?
Dash. So yeah, he can travel like 180 feet per round in the water.
Awesome.
Jeez.
Okay,
100,
cool.
120. Right? That's
Oh,
just
180
double it.
because you
Bonus
can
action.
movement dash and bonus action dash.
Oh, I can
180.
dash twice, huh?
Yeah, you can
well,
dash
sure.
twice
Yeah,
as a rogue.
yeah, you can.
Wow. I can be a
Yeah,
human
you're
missile, which is
yes, you're like a
nuts.
torpedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm sorry. Who else can swim? Or
I have 30 feet with lizard folk. And I have
good.
15 minutes underwater.
a 30-foot swim speed?
Yeah.
Okay, and we have extra mariner's armor that I think
We
Bond
do.
can wear.
Yes. And so,
Is
and then
barbarians
you guys will be
have
carrying us.
medium
Me and Tessa.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Hartley and
Yes.
Tessa are the only ones who won't be able to like swim super fast.
Yeah.
What's the Mariner's armor 2? Is it?
I believe it's a scale mail.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'll look it up right now.
So mobile says my speed is increased by 10 feet.
Yes. Oh, did you take mobile as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So yeah, you've got like 70. You're moving like 200 feet per round or something in the
Jesus
or
Christ.
10 feet per round in
Oh my
the water.
god.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna
it'd
be
be
like a
70
missile.
times 3 essentially.
Oh, it depends. It could be on any item and a number of armors. So it depends on what you put it on.
I believe she put it on scale mail. It has to be on a medium armor, I believe, or
It
it
could be
definitely was on a medium armor.
medium. Yeah, it was. Yeah, scale mail sounds
And I
about right.
believe it was I believe it was scale mail. So if Bond wants that, he can also breathe in the water and swim.
If that's even the plan, because I think some shit's about to go down right now.
Even if shit's going down, like
I mean,
jumping in the water is probably gonna happen at some
Maybe.
point.
We'll have to see. Oh man, I'm excited to look back at this VOD. I'm gonna go use the restroom. So as I was saying, is anybody still there?
Yes.
Well, hello there.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah, so we'll see how things play out now. Hopefully things work out in our favor.
Man, I had so many things to do today.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
now some bullshit.
Some story, some progression after like 4 sessions of just.
I was gonna progress, buddy.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. So any questions on what's going on? Because I did a quick summary, but if we can get a little more in depth right now. Are there any...
Not really. From what I get from the gist of it is essentially, you guys found a book of signals. You are about to. You guys are planning on trying to raid smugglers when they eventually do get here, and figure out a way of how to deal with the smugglers. And then you found that the smugglers are supplying weapons to lizard folk for some war.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or with the
yes.
snake folk.
Yeah.
So when we sneak
Yeah.
onto the smuggler ship, what are the main goals of doing this? Are we just scouting out? Or are we trying to capture? So we're taking the ship.
Capture, yeah, taking the
Okay.
ship. Taking the ship.
I
Based
gotcha.
on I asked her last time because I have a naval background. You know, I asked Maria if I would know how many people would be approximately on a ship like this.
Genius over here is thinking it's like a full-on battle warship with like hundreds of people on it. It's like
Well, she said it was going to be like 90 feet, which is huge.
Yeah, it's
she
not
said
small.
Yeah,
like
it
90,
is.
so.
I'm also a shipwright, so I don't know if that's going to play into maybe I can carve a hole into the side of the ship or whatever we
That's
need to
for
do as far
sure
as that.
gonna play
Sure, we
into
can
a
just
lot
Yeah.
of things.
we
Yeah.
can just sneak up the side.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Trying to
if you
keep
were
the ship,
around
by the way.
before, but we do have extra mariner's armor if Bon wants some armor that lets him breathe underwater.
And how? And swim.
Pretty sure Mariners just allows the wearer to swim. I'm not sure if it does actually allow them to breathe.
I think it does both, but it definitely allows you
Okay.
to gives you swim speed at least.
Yeah, and then I know also that if you are underwater and you are like at 0, the armor does cause you to rise to the surface
Yes.
every like 60 feet.
Right.
Yeah, it
I got
doesn't
fog
say
cloud
that
if
it
we need
does let you-
cover.
Yeah, it just says swimming speed equal to walking speed. No breathing underwater.
Oh, no breathing.
And then the
Okay.
hit point thing.
And then the hit point thing. Yeah.
It causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface, so if you're real down there. Also, another thing about Gellin Primewater, who is the council member who is also smuggling, pretty sure we found out that he was like organizing pirate attacks against other
Did we?
traders. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think so.
And then
He was
taking the loot from their ships.
He's definitely associated with the revelry.
He's associated with it. Doesn't mean he is like an actual pirate. He's probably just a smuggler, like orchestrating smuggling.
Yeah, I think he might have been tipping
guess.
people off or something.
Yeah.
I think he
Close
might have
enough
been
for
tipping
me.
off the revelry to like
Close
other.
enough. He's a smuggler. Execute him. My goodness, no mercy.
He's a smuggler who just tells the pirates what ships to attack. He doesn't really kill them himself.
Well, we don't know that he tells like which ships to attack. I think he just uses his legit operation as a cover for smuggling, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh.
'Cause
No, I
he's
think
like,
he had something going on with the revelry.
Well, if he's smuggling, it's probably to the revelry, but yeah, I don't really remember exactly what we found out about all that. Oh, do we mention that our Anders Solomon is the guy that hired us to go on our first job and kind of our confidant at this point?
yes, we did mention that.
Okay, cool.
What was the name again?
Anders Solomar.
Anders Solomon.
Anders.
You can
also the I guess you guys will find that out as we go along.
And then there's NPCs in the journal tab as well, and you can see what he looks like there, and some of the other people as well. Yeah. So our current objective right now is secure Brokenbank's freedom, essentially, their own independence, and from there, it's a couple of things. It's in the air about what to do.
Well, I kind of have my own agenda.
We all have our own agenda. That's why it's up in the air, because Tessa still wants to look for her brother, which is probably located in I forgot what it's called. Located in Darktoe.
Darko?
Yeah. So her brother's probably in Darktoe, is what we learned. Also, the pirate that you are looking for, Edward, is associated with the Revelry, obviously. So we'll probably have to go to Darktoe. We could go to Darktoe there. And then it's whatever, me, Gil, and the rest of us want to do.
Hartley's looking for his.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Hartley is looking for his one true love.
Who married a pirate and fled to Darktoe?
Could you
Oh
imagine?
no.
No, we have no idea where he has no idea where she is. Nobody knows anything. So he's just looking for her, traveling around.
Long distance relationship.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm sure we'll go over that whenever we can get some downtime to RP together. Is anybody else's chat like kind of glitching out a little bit? Like you can't see the bottom, or is that just me?
No.
Just me then, huh? Oh, there he goes. I fixed it.
Yeah, mine's good.
Be right there, guys.
Oh yeah, that is also cut out for me. Yes. How'd you fix it?
There's actually, you're on a laptop, so I don't know how different it is, but you can actually like raise that chat, or you can actually shrink or grow that chat. So you gotta find like where you can grab it, and yeah. So I guess I had accidentally raised it a little bit without noticing. Exciting. Oh, also, Tessa is Zemnian, so she's actually speaking with a German accent.
Perfect Zemnian accent.
And
all the
she's got a perfect Zemnian accent. Just
Yeah,
picture her
sounds-
character speaking German or speaking with a German accent.
Sounds so authentic, so 100% there.
I totally encourage you, Tessa, to learn how to do a German accent.
Every time I try, it starts falling into Russian, and then it just becomes gesture, and then it just gets real bad.
Let's hear it right. Let's hear it right now. I want to hear it right now. Not to put you on the spot.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back.
Looking for
Hey.
my brother somewhere in the Menagerie Coast. I cannot find him.
Oh,
Trying to do an accent.
I see where you go Russian. I see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
it's
Russian,
slowly
but it's
becoming
not too bad.
A
Then I
little
want to go to
Russian.
see the
There's
Traveler.
there's nothing wrong with motherland. Trust me, it's very good. You do great.
Yeah, I had a Zemnian character in another campaign, and I
Sounds
just did it
like
Russian. Just went straight
Sounds
Russian.
like my
I didn't-
Peruvian accent.
Peruvian.
So my friend, kidding. So guys, since everybody here, you hear this commotion downstairs, and you hear as the happiness in the tavern is cut short by a desperate and blunt opening of the front door. You wouldn't notice, however, you would hear a swing in the door, very loud. And you wouldn't see this, however. Downstairs, a dwarf swings the door open, his face red with blood, from a gaping wound on top of his head. You would hear a thud as something collapses on the floor. And moments later, nearly a couple of seconds, yet again you would hear the door swinging open again. And downstairs, another dwarf, much older, with a balding head and a long beard, would come in out of breath, as if having ran a marathon. He also bleeds, but ignores his wounds, and he would kneel in front of his friend, raising his head and giving slaps across the other's face. You would hear from the second floor as the second dwarf, this hoarse voice speaks. Can someone help me? Please, someone.
Harley's ears kind of perk up a bit, and he kind of looks at everybody else before standing up and going towards the door really quickly and opening it.
Follow him out. Go see what's going on.
Yep.
Do I see the two bloodied men?
Yes, looking from the balcony, you immediately see the vision of this two bloody dwarfs. One collapsed on the floor, the other kneeling in front of him, ignoring his own wounds, although he bleeds profoundly, and raising his friend's head, giving slaps across his face in a failed attempt to bring him back to consciousness.
I shout while getting my violin ready, and I say, "Is he breathing?"
Let me check. As he puts two fingers close to his nose, to his friend's nose. He appears to be.
Alright, let's stabilize him. I kind of want to save my magic, but if I need to, I'll help him out.
I've got a healer's kit I can use.
Yeah, so I rush down and I go try to help out with the, come on, Gil!
Oh yeah, let's go. I'll run down and I'll try to use the healer's kit to like stabilize him, patch him up.
And I'll just
I'll
help.
stop you halfway and just use cure wounds.
Using spells. Respect.
Okay, so as you touch the dwarf's, I'll say you touch his shoulder, and you reach down and you touch his shoulder, and his wounds begin to heal. The blood on his head, it's still there. However, the wound that it came out of begins to close, and the open wounds all across his body do the same. Now analyzing it, it seems as if it seems as he has all sorts of big slashing wounds across his body, perhaps made by a weapon of some type, slashing weapon.
I'll get the one who's still conscious to sit down and say, "What happened? What happened?" And I'll wave Gil over with the med kit to like help close up the wounds.
Yeah.
I'm Tonak. We work around the Miners' Trail. Me and my friend here, my friend Tumon. We were passing by as this. Sorry, the GM made a mistake. Let's rewind. Tunak, me and my friend here, Magnus Bendergan, we were passing by the Miners' Trail when we were attacked by by thugs with. It was a group of 5 men, I believe, and they were sent to steal our goods. I recognized a revelry symbol in their clothing. They killed most of our men, but we managed to escape.
I kind of look towards everybody in the group here, or everybody, including the new members, and I look back to him and say, "Do you know where? Can you point us in the direction where they went?"
might be close to the Menagerie.
And will he?
Well, off we go.
And Hartley will kind of stand
So
up and
if you can find our gemstones, and please deliver them to us. We'll be here waiting. And please get some revenge on those fuckers.
Damn.
Oh, lads, you have no idea.
Hartley will
You have
just
no idea what I'm gonna
Hartley
do to
will
them.
stand up and just kind of rotate his shoulders a little bit. Well, and he'll look towards the bar. Looks like we're gonna help out again. Anybody care to join?
Don't invite
You-
civilians along with us.
I'm kind of inviting our new friends. It's kind of just I didn't want to like tell them to come. I gave
Yeah,
it.
you guys, the giant lizard person didn't definitely come.
Whoa, I didn't want to force it on them. You don't know if they want to fight or not. It's just,
Just
We-
turn to our new friends and ask them if they want to come.
do
instead
you
of
guys
inviting
want to come
everyone
and
in the
fight with
bar.
us?
We are standing right, like, not even 5
Yeah.
feet from you, and we are hearing all of this.
If the elder
Yes.
wishes, I will be assistance to him.
Old man needs all the help he can get. Trust me.
And you probably
would
want to
be-
avenge these dwarves, right? No? Okay.
If there's something to be gained, if there's
So we
Well-
usually get paid for these things. Yeah, like we get the gems back. I'm sure we'll get some
To be
money.
gained, ain't you, Cobalt Soul?
Also, we'll
Damn,
likely gain
it-
a lot of
m-
information if we're going after the revelry, which is more what I'm into. But
We probably shouldn't say
That's
we're
just
going after the
because
revelry
I'm-
out loud. Probably shouldn't have been.
Sorry.
so much revelry over here. So much fun.
Yeah. Good one.
Go on,
They
guys.
said, these two gentlemen said there's pirates to be killed and we're wasting time. Let's go.
You're right. I agree with the old man.
let's get on going.
All right. Before we
Okay.
go, Hartley,
Yes.
listen. Most of the time when we get into fights, you just wind up calling the other people names. So I'm
Okay.
going to,
Okay.
I'm
All right.
going
I
to-
know
I'm
where
going
this is
to let you-
going. Don't finish
Don't let
it.
you
And then you
borrow-
tell us all not to kill them, which is very
I'm going
strange.
to let you borrow my bag of tricks so that you
Oh.
can maybe be a little more effective.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wait, what do you mean more effective? What is that? Was-
Just like you will have a little helper to maybe make you more efficient in combat, something that'll get in there.
Are,
and,
are
like,
you saying I'm
fight.
not efficient in fighting as we're walking along, going towards the
Just
direction
say
they pointed us
most
to?
of the time, you just wind up taunting the opponents rather than actually fighting them.
And have we lost a fight yet?
More importantly, Gil, more
I mean-
importantly, listen, more importantly, if he pulls out another baboon, how are we going to know which one the real Hartley is?
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Let's get it
We should
moving.
come up with some sort of a code.
It's okay.
Did not think about
I can
that.
speak to animals.
No
There
wonder
we
you
go.
can understand the old man so well.
Even Hartley?
Okay. And so I guess we go to the drill as Hartley is getting hampered on by literally
Yep.
everybody except for Tessa and Bond.
You
Yet.
can almost say we're mocking you viciously.
Oh God.
I'm
Five
just enjoying
damage.
the show.
One was pretty bad.
I'll remember this.
Can I do
So,
perception to see if
uh,
anyone's following us out or if there's anything nearby?
Okay. Yes, you can. Roll perception.
Never mind.
So you don't think anyone is following you. You don't see anyone around you, or you don't seem to notice anyone. So you leave the tavern not long after all of this fuzz, and now knowing the layout of the town a little bit better, you've heard of the Minus Trail, and you know that it is a road that leads from the town towards the mine, and you know, hearing the dwarves and the dwarf miners in the tavern, you pretty much know where it is located. It does not take long for you to find it, and as you continue onto the road, it would take you a couple of a couple of hours to reach your destination. It would take you about 2 hours to find something. However, as you've been on the minor trail for about 2 hours, and as you come around a bend, go
Before
on.
we go any further, do we want to approach this with some sort of plan?
I mean, there's not much we can do. Would be interrupting. It basically be just a surprise attack. I mean, I'm gonna stay
Well,
probably towards the
I was
back.
thinking I can take point and sort of bring up Percival Silverbottom, and if
You want
there's
to
some
bring out
kindly old
Percival?
yes, if there's some kindly old man sort of by himself, you guys can be back a little bit. It might
Will be the distraction.
draw out the old bandits.
Now, I think that plan could work, but it'd put you right in the thick of it, Gil. And I don't know how long. I don't know what our friend's new skill set is. I know this. I know Scaldy here has got some magic to him. Not quite sure what kind. Doesn't seem to use a book, so not quite sure. But and then, I don't know, Mr. Bond. What is your I suppose what's your poison?
Mm, you know, normally go for the hard stuff. Really, sure. There's ale and there's dwarven ale.
Your
but
fighting style, not your
you
drink.
you asked for poison.
He was like a figure. You're dwarf. You're dwarvish. I'm sorry. How do you fight?
No worries, kid. I was just messing with you. Well, I go into the thick of things and I usually win.
Do I notice any weapons on Bond?
Yes, you do see a battle axe that's strapped to his side. But besides that, not much else.
If you're handy with that, then by all means. Gil, would you sure? I mean, at this point, I say we just full on engage when we see them. I mean, they already killed some folks, and they're gonna be kind
I
of
don't mind
hightailing out
being
of
a
there.
decoy. I can beef myself up a little. I'm gonna use fiendish vigor, by the way, to get some extra HP. There we
Yeah.
go.
It may not be the best idea to just walk around the corner and just find out what's out there. Maybe we should scope out the situation before we just rush up to them, and play
Well,
all our cards.
I'm offering to be a decoy, so it can draw them
That's
out.
Yeah, I'm not going to let the elder here be the decoy. Seems very
I'm not an elder.
I think he
He's
was talking
a-
about Edward.
got a
Edward,
disguise.
Edward's not going to be the decoy. I'll be the
Oh,
decoy.
he was talking about
Oh.
how you're gonna bring out Silverbottom, the old man. He's got
Oh
a
yes,
disguise.
yes.
There's a
Christopher
disguise.
Silverbottom is you'll meet him later.
oh, okay.
I
Unfortunately,
love being your understudy for misdirection.
You see, also don't know what all of you are really all that capable of besides just banter.
Harley kind of just I can play the violin or
That's good.
the fiddle rather. My correction, the fiddle. I can play the fiddle.
Good.
They're quite similar.
They were the exact same thing.
Gil's gonna summon up a little spectral tentacle and just like dangle it in front of
Oh, he's so gross.
Hartley's
isn't he?
nose.
He's just Gil,
Yeah,
Gil,
just
can you get it
pokes
out of
at
my
Hartley's
face?
nose with
No, can you? He'll swat it. He'll try to swat it away. Gil, can you get it out of my face, please?
All right, I'll dispel it.
That's
I
very
pull out my
interesting.
cutlass. I pull out my cutlass and I show Bon and Scald and I say, 2.
What?
2. That's how many feet I've cut off.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
All right.
Please don't dismember anymore, folk.
Anyway,
Please.
everyone for using Gil as a distraction to see what to
I'm
sneak
not
attack
against
them.
it. I was just concerned for his well-being.
It'll be all right. Say aye.
I guess.
I'm okay with it, and if we don't want him alone, I can be his, accompanying him for some reason. He'll be the old man, I'll be, granddaughter.
Oh, are you sure
Help him
about
out.
that?
Yes, help him walk.
Are you sure? I don't know if that's great. I feel like Tessa's even. You might not. No offense, Tessa. I can see you got some muscle on you, and he'll pat her arm. But perhaps maybe folks that can take a hit or two can should be best out there. That's just my you know. It's just my assumption.
you might be a bit-
Understandable, but I'm hoping that I can maybe name drop my brother and maybe they know him.
Fair enough. All right, I'm down for that. So we don't engage until
You
Tessa
know,
gets some information.
You're just going to
Yes.
randomly name drop when they're attacking us?
I'm sure we'll take
Well-
some alive.
If it comes to it, I don't plan to if I don't have to, but
What's
Or
what's the
we
layout
can-
here? How are we gonna sneak up on them?
We don't know. We'll have
Say.
to get there. That's what I'm saying. We should just go there first.
yeah, I'm not much of a roguish type of person, so it would be not all that odd for the old man to be accompanying a dwarf. I mean, most likely these people aren't all that prior smart, so they see one probably hardened skins old man and a dwarf, they'll probably just think we're other miners.
I mean, you are a bit scary looking though, and you're clearly armed.
Yes.
We'll just have to engage him. I think we're just going to accept this fact.
Roll me
Maybe.
perception, all of you.
Ooh, talking too loud. Us talking loud? Never. Oh! Let's fucking go! Oh! Everybody.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
well,
6.
old
Okay,
man's old.
perfect.
Old man's old, so.
So with your Hawkeyes, both of you, so you scald and you scald honestly everybody except for Ed. So you
Lost in
take a
conversation.
peek around the bend that you stopped to plan your approach. You take a peek around your bend around the bend, and you see you spot 2 dead horses sprout about 50 feet ahead of you, blocking the path. Each has several dark arrows sticking out of it, some of them with burns at their sides. You also see a fallen cart and 3 small yet robust humanoid corpses line the road as well. They seem to belong to the dwarfs you heard about. You saw in the tavern. You noticed as they look exactly like the ones that have been described to you, and I'll say that the dwarves described it to you. They don't appear to carry anything on their bodies except for their traveling clothes, and everything else seems to have been sacked.
Well, we're going to stand around here or we're going to
Is
head on
it-
in?
Feels
Is it
trappy.
nighttime?
You
It's
Wait,
nighttime,
what?
right?
It is nighttime.
Yeah, it is nighttime. Yeah.
Do we smell smoke or anything like that where we might see a campfire anywhere nearby?
Shout out Dark Vision.
Interesting. Roll perception. This will be a hurt perception, though.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't actually, you don't smell any smoke. However, you do notice that next to one of you don't need to roll perception. The rest of you, by the way. Next to one of the horses is a fallen piece of paper.
Can we? So we're gonna go take a look at that. We're gonna go in. We're gonna see what's up, or
everybody like hidden right now, or
I'd
what's
imagine
going
we're
on?
like crouched to the side on the road.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Okay.
Yeah, since
If
we can't
everybody's
move.
crouched
I
on the
Yeah.
if
imagine
every
that.
if everybody's crouched
Definitely.
on the side of the road, I'm gonna use my disguise self, my free one per day. I'm gonna turn into Percival, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, good luck! It's old Percival's lucky day. See what we got over here."
You should probably light a torch for our friends who can't see too well in the dark.
Percival will light a torch and walk over to the note or to the general scene and kind of see what I can find.
Okay. We find that everything appears to have been sacked. You find that the woods press close to the trail here, and there is a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. You find the note, and you also find that the corpses carry nothing. Everything has been taken, even their weapons, all their money, and most importantly, the cargo that they were taking on top of the wagon. Um, would you take the piece of paper?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what that says.
So
Read it.
opening the piece of paper, you would see a note that reads, "The Plank Queen sends you her royal regards. She orders you to steal the gems from the dwarfs."
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll bring it back to the group and be like, right, well, this is what I found. Does anyone know how to track?
Plank Queen?
I'm gonna say, do you
I
see any
do
tracks
have
leading
some
up?
experience. I was about to take a look, see if there are any tracks that don't lead back into a town.
So I say we all just
Okay.
walk up there now. I feel like it seems to be cleared
Agreed.
out. So let's all just head
Quietly.
over there quietly. Of course.
hmm
Once we get
Yeah.
closer, you're gonna see me light a pipe. I'll pull out one of these little chips of wood off of the side of my belt, and I'll blow the smoke through the holes that are bored through it. And as it comes out, you'll see the smoke kind of glisten almost with glitter, and it coats all over Bond's body. And I'm gonna give you guidance for your next.
Ooh, awesome. Have
Ooh,
inspiration for
okay.
that description. That was
Thanks.
awesome. Very cool.
hmm
Okay, so as you look around for perhaps a trail, roll me a survival with a d4. An
All
extra
right.
d4.
Oh,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
20,
4.
24. Okay, so inspecting the area, you quickly realize that it was an ambush. That this place was used to stage an ambush against the dwarves. You see that the people who placed the ambush, the pirates, they have escaped. However, you do notice that a trail hidden behind thickets on the north side of the road, leading northwest. You recognize that about a dozen humanoids have come and gone along the trail.
Find anything, Bon?
Yep, I will go ahead and share all of that with the others. Yeah, looks like the dwarves were ambushed, and do you see something going along that trail right there?
Oh, and I guess on
Alright.
this on a other note, while he was looking, I Hartley arranged the bodies to have them lying together with their arms across their chest in a more dignified state. While he was looking, so
Yes. Well, I suppose we should follow this trail and see where these bandits are camped.
take care of them.
hmm
Mm,
Yeah, figure out on who
Hey,
this.
Hartley.
Yeah, what's up?
Why did you cross their arms like that?
Just so they could rest, just so they're not all just like splayed out, all flayed out and whatnot, so they could be a little dignified in death.
A sign of respect for the dead. I understand.
Yeah, something like that. Just
You'll see
something.
me close my eyes for a second.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, could have just left him, but doesn't quite seem right to me. But let's go avenge him before anything else bad happens.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, before they leave the island or we lose the trail.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, so I will go ahead and take the lead and follow the trail.
Perfect. So, I need to know travel information.
I will take
We'll take
the.
up the rear.
I'll take up the middle. Hartley will take the middle.
Yeah, I'm squishy. I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I'll go.
I'll be up front with Bon.
Oh, okay. I'll be right behind those two then.
Okay, so then it's
I'll take the back with Destiny.
Bond, Scald, Hartley, Tessa, and then I guess however Edward and Gil want to
Edward
sort
Gill.
that.
Okay.
Edward Gil. Okay, then Gil takes the
So
rear.
both Bon and Scold are taking. Is it Bon in the front and Skull second place, or is
Yeah, because
I'd walk
are
side by
they
side.
walking side to side?
we can do
Yeah,
side
I'd
by
walk
side.
side by side.
Side by side.
Yeah,
Okay.
side by side.
Okay.
Quite enough, definitely side by side.
A little ways
So
back, you got other two, and then the other two.
okay. Perfect. It's kind of like
Tessa
a
and Hartley, and
free
then Gil and
formation.
Ed.
Oh, and I'll say to Gil, and I say, Gil, considering how them boys back there were in that shape, maybe we lead with a punch.
Yeah, these guys are definitely not good guys.
No, not at all.
Okay. I need to know bonds and Scald's passive perceptions. I should have known that. I should have checked it out, but I did not. I'm sorry.
No worries. 17.
16 for me.
Ooh,
Oh God!
that's massive.
My goodness!
Okay, that is insane. No, with this, both of you don't even need to roll. So 10 minutes down the trail, you notice a pit that the bandits seem to have camouflaged. You see that the pit is 6 feet wide and 10 feet deep, and it triggers when a creature moves across it. You automatically spot this hidden pit, and you are able to spot it before you fall down.
Well, that would have been nasty.
It probably
But,
means we're getting closer.
I think we
It's
should probably
very
try to
clearly
uncover it
made.
because we have to run back this way.
Right, exactly. Best to just deal with it now, and so I'll just take probably some nearby stones or something, and then see about just putting some more weight on the trap to make it fall in on itself.
Okay,
I'll help him fill it
perfect.
up.
And I use mold earth to add like 5 feet of earth underneath, so it's not as big a drop.
Yes, you can. Perfect. So the as you drop a couple of stones and wood that you can find, the pit that so pit becomes smaller, and as Tessa helps, it becomes barely perceptive since it is now. I'll say that you completely covered the pit.
Nice.
All right. Don't worry about that now.
Good catch. Earning your keep already.
Okay.
Should be close now.
Okay, so as you follow the trail, so you continue to follow the trail, and what happens is that I need you to roll survival.
All right.
Bon and both Bon. Oh, okay. Bon, you see, so the trail seems to be fading, and Bon, you kind of lose the tracks for a second. Although, Scald, you are able to see a couple of. You're still able to see a couple of footprints heading northwest. And as you check those footprints, you see that it appears as if cargo has also been moved. And you manage to find the direction that they went.
Hey, Bond. Not that way. It's over here. Do you see?
Yeah, good catch.
You must be getting hungry. I'll produce some good berries and I'll hand him one. You should eat.
Thank you. Yeah, they never really made my meal back at the tavern before those dwarves came in.
Oh,
I'll
those
hand
really
everybody
So
out
I
a
will-
good berry.
Oh, I'll take a good berry.
Thank you
Lovely.
very much, lad.
Hold on to this for later.
Okay. Someone was saying something?
Yep, I will go ahead and eat the good berry. It's
Okay.
very sour.
It seems they're also carrying cargo this way.
If more than just the gems, could probably have taken some of the mining equipment.
Well,
Yes, I mean, if they had horses, they definitely had equipment.
let's lead the way then. Come on, folks.
Mhm.
Get to stepping.
Eat my berry too.
Okay. So, following the trail, some time passes, and following the right trail, you come across a large cave in a hillside 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. A shallow stream flows out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right-hand side of the stream.
Now, before we go in, I'd imagine we probably had a torch out for Tessa and Edward who can't really see. Do dwarves have dark vision? Yeah, right. That would make sense.
Yeah, they
Yes,
can.
Yeah,
they do
so
have dark vision.
so we would probably have a torch out right now, right?
Technically, Tessa also has dark vision because she's a half elf.
Oh, so Edward's the only. I don't care. We don't have to have no
I'll just,
torch out.
I'll just hold. Yeah, I'll just hold Edward's hand.
There we go. Perfect. All right, just making sure. All right, so no torches, so we're not announcing our presence going into the cave. Perfect.
Got a very clammy hand, lad, but
And
I
I'll
suppose it'll
I'll
do.
just I'll very slowly hold up my middle finger in front of Edward and kind of just gently move it so he can't feel any wind on it, and I'll just kind of just look at everybody else and nod, and then just keep flicking them off for like a good minute in the dark.
I just so happened to have to hawk a loogie right at this moment, and so I just spit right in front of me.
I'll move my hand out of the way.
Presumably on Hartley's hand.
I should. He's got a hakalugi, so he's got to do the. I would have easily moved by that time. Anyways,
Yes, I'm always sort of moist. It's just sort of a condition of mine.
he's just really nervous all the time. It's the ghosts he hears.
Not nerves. It's just sort of part of my ancestry.
whatever that means. Anyways,
As long as you weren't touching anything slimy earlier, then it'll be all right.
I mean, I can't promise anything.
all right, Bon, Scald, by all means, lead us in.
Yep.
This way.
Okay. So. mm, So.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let me put you in the map. Where is it?
Are we all sneaking?
I would imagine
We're
we're
sneaking.
sneaking.
All right, cool.
Trying to, anyway.
Just a second, I will. Where is it?
Oh, nobody has any heavy armor.
Can
Sweet.
here. And it still does not have dynamic lighting. I'm sorry, so we have to do with fog of war for the moment being. And this is where you be. Can you guys see?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
see your
I'll
river.
put your tokens over here.
Yep.
This is in the cave.
This is right
The
outside.
grid is out.
Gotcha. Okay, in the river. All right, gotcha. Gotcha.
You guys gonna drop your tokens?
Okay.
You guys gonna?
Yeah.
Oh,
Drop your tokens here.
oh, we're all doing our own tokens. Gotcha.
I
Okay.
do not know how to do
Wait,
that.
because you're here.
Probably should organize how we were, right? Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Wait.
So I'd be right here probably, and Tessa would be right next to me, and then Edward would be over there.
Wait, how? Okay,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you,
wait,
click,
I
you
remember.
just click on your name and drag it into the screen.
Yes. Yes.
1, 2,
Indigo
3, 4,
and
5.
I'm trying to
Yes.
drag it. It's not doing
Are
it.
Who's
you,
missing?
are you clicking your icon or your name? You gotta click your name.
Oh, my name. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, there
In
you
the-
go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's roughly
Okay,
where we're at.
so I need you to roll perception, please.
Everybody?
You know what that means? It means
Everybody?
there's a trap.
Everybody, yes.
Ooh.
Walked into it.
Oh, yikes.
Hey, okay. The people in
Thank God
front,
we
did really good, so that's all that matters.
Okay. Wow, again, this 21 is 7 perception and 6 perception. Holy crap. Okay. So, uh, Bon and Scald, you overhear and also you add, you overhear a conversation coming from the thickets to your east.
And Hartley.
And
Yeah,
would also.
I would hear that.
where's Hartley? Oh yes, Hartley, you also hear it. As you hear this conversation, you hear as two men seems to be humanoids chat, and they chat in the common tongue. You should have seen the face of the dwarf. That was funny. It was fun times. Going about and doing this pirate stuff. It's fun. I mean, when I got this job, I did not think that we were going to.
I'll quietly I'll snap and I'll kind of point to the thicket that's right here behind us and say, and kind of give a question to look and kind of should we go there or should we just fight these guys? Kind of without speaking, just kind of waving his hands between the two. Should we hide or fight? Basically, is what Hartley's conveying.
Is it dark?
Over
Can I
here,
see?
You can't see, Edward. No, it is dark.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
you're just
We're,
holding on to Gil's hand.
Well,
We're outside of the cave though, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
These guys are
nice.
hanging out
Okay,
behind
gotcha,
the
gotcha.
woods.
Can
yeah,
I
behind the
see-
thickets.
Can I see any light coming from through the woods?
Yes, you do see a small a small fire coming from the thickets. It is at that time that you overhear them speaking. When I got hired to do this, well, I didn't think we're going to, pretend to be pirates and all. That's actually been quite fun. I might even become a pirate for real. And you would overhear the other speaking. You're such a goddamn idiot, And this
Harley.
information is where we're going to leave tonight's session.
No. Let's just go for 3 more hours. I mean, what's 3 hours, right?
Sadly, the DM does need sleep.
I
I want to
was
spill their blood.
I was thinking that note was really suspicious. I was like, there's no way there's just
Yeah.
leaving calling cards like that. There's just no way.
Oh,
So,
we'll beat them
Will
up
soon be
next
ours.
session and find out. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the plan? We can plan now. We can plan. What's the plan right now?
Gotta beat them up.
Beat him up. We're just
Sort
gonna
I'm
go
just
straight.
watching Harley wave his hands in the air and look crazy. I have no idea what he's saying.
What is this guy doing? He's doing a dance.
I would probably look back to the group, say, best we at least take these two out instead of just having instead of having them two follow us back in once there is commotion.
You have to take them alive, at least one of them, to question them, and also as proof of whatever scam this is.
Well, apparently they're not pirates, so I guess they
Exactly.
did.
yeah, I mean, it's an interesting development. I'll have to hop out, guys, but I would like to first thank you all for playing tonight, and thank you all for joining, and and mostly of all, thank both Evan and John for joining the group. I believe this group is one of the greatest groups ever, and you are great additions to it. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
I hope
thank you
you
for having me.
enjoyed the session.
Yeah.
I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed your first session, in fact.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was really fun.
That's good to hear. And we'll see each other in 2 weeks.
All right,
And
see you
we'll
in 2
get to
weeks.
for the hideout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Bye, guys. Have
Thanks.
a good night. Bye, guys.
Good night.
You too. Bye.
What session is this?
Mhm.
This is
Take
like
care.
This is take care. This is like the 8th session or something like that.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Yeah,
We were in that mansion for a long time, at
Yeah.
least 3 sessions.
Yeah, we were.
Christian,
Started the
What's
first
up?
week of October or the last week.
Does she tell all the other groups that they're also the best group ever?
I assume.
I was
She-
wondering the same thing.
She does not.
I think she
Oh,
said this
yeah,
is the
buddy.
weirdest. I think she
She-
said this is the weirdest group ever, not the best group.
I'll take it.
No, she likes the other groups, but she hasn't said that
Yeah,
particularly.
you can tell them to suck it. for
I
me.
won't. I like playing with them too. They're cool with it. I won't lie. I do have a preference. I won't lie. But yeah, this was really fun. This is incredible. Thank you guys for joining the campaign. And not being shy to join one that had already been going, thankfully. R.I.P. Ty. Yeah, I wish Ty could also have been part of the group because that just would have been incredible. Ty was also a really good RP and had a really good unique voice for his character too. But I also am a huge fan of Scald and Bond too. Bond fits in nicely.
They also
Thanks, man.
didn't-
Appreciate that.
Ty and the other guy didn't really get like a good goodbye, Tony.
Lucian.
He just kind of
Yeah.
he just kind of disappeared mysteriously.
Yeah, he had missed more sessions than Ty had made every session. He just couldn't do it anymore, which is really
Yeah.
rough.
Lucian was only in a
Mhm.
couple sessions.
Yeah, down a wizard though,
Yeah.
but yeah, incredible. I
Well,
had
I can do a lot of the wizard utility stuff since he left before 3rd level.
good.
I can go into tome and I can get all the detect magics and comprehend languages and Leoman's huts and all that.
Was that your original
Yeah, you-
plan, or did you want something else?
It was my original plan, and then when he
Oh.
was going to be a wizard, I was going to go into like a chain instead and get like a cool pixie friend, but
Mhm.
since he left,
Aw.
I'm going back into wizard. It's okay. Since I'm getting back to the tome, I'm still going to get a parrot.
We have Hartley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you won't have to worry about comprehend. I got that covered.
A
I mean, I'm
barbarian
going
with
to have
comprehend.
a ton of utility spells, basically. All the
Mm-hmm.
right.
All
ritual spells I can
the
get.
rituals. Mm-hmm.
Listen, Hartley's a handsome man. All right, he's no baboon.
No, he's a pixie.
What?
I thought he was a baboon.
He's the pixie friend.
You got to understand, from a lizard folk, I mean, you look a lot more like a monkey than me, man.
Fair. True. Absolutely true. But
You have those bright red faces.
I do. Fair enough. But yeah, so that was so yeah, I'm thankful for you guys being open to me streaming it. So the VOD will be available if anybody's interested in looking back at that. And yeah, this is incredible. I'm going to end the stream now so we can,
Bye, stream.
yeah, I don't. We've had a couple people pop in, but nobody stuck around, so no need to be nervous about that.